up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Link Entertainment Podcast. If you have no clue who we are and what we are about, the Link Entertainment is a news outlet that covers everything from Jeezy to Jesus. We are creating places where millennials and Gen Z can come together and talk about church, Christian culture, trending topics, any and everything going on. All right. So this podcast is an extension of that. And today we're gonna be talking about black people. Black people, black folks, because it's Black History Month. But before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, rate us, leave a review. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know if you like it, you love what you're hearing, you're not feeling it. Let us know if you have any suggestions or there's any topics that you want us to cover. Just let us know. And we'll be sure to respond accordingly. But watch what you say, because we will come for you. Say, no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Keep it real. And please, 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 if you like what you're hearing, please support us. Make a monthly donation. We would really appreciate it. The support button or link is located in the description area of the show. So please click on it. You can do $3 a month. That would help us tremendously. All right, so let's get into it. I am Leah Selena, the host of the Link Entertainment Podcast. And y'all know every episode, ain't no telling who you're going to see on here with me. So today, I have none other than Katana Carmen.
Hey, y'all. What's up? We back.
We back and better. And today, it's all about black people because it's Black History Month. Power to the people, okay?
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
And I'm black, y'all. Okay.
That's our theme song for the month. Okay, there's more, but that's the one.
That's the theme, okay? Now, I did not know this until this week, but every year, apparently, there is a theme to Black History Month. Did you know that, Katana?
No, had no idea.
There is a theme. Let me pull it up. I want to make sure I get it right. Okay. So every year there is a national theme for Black History Month. And in 2024, this year, the theme is African Americans in the arts. So I guess we're especially focusing on celebrating those Black people that have made tremendous contribution to music, dance, arts, culture, poetry, literature, everything like that. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's see. So we got to celebrate Michael Jackson.
Oh, of course.
We got to celebrate
Diana
Ross, James Brown. We were just talking about how Chadwick Boseman played like literally every great black man.
There was in the hip hop culture.
Okay,
he literally
so that's
played everybody.
Thurgood
Marshall.
And throw Chadwick in there because he's that guy. And will forever be that guy.
Kind of forever.
Listen, before Black Panther came out, Chadwick Boseman was my favorite actor.
Wow.
Chadwick Boseman is the bar. Like, you know how people set the bar? There's a bar, you want to reach it. Chadwick Boseman is the bar.
He is the bar.
Like, I remember not my first time, but I remember going to the movie theaters to see the James Brown movie. And I was just looking like, oh my goodness, this man is amazing.
Yeah.
This man is amazing. Like, he is playing this role, the voice, the movements, the singing, like everything. He killed that role. He killed that. So it's Chadwick Boseman for me, any and every day.
I really like him in Ma's Ready Black Bottom. Like that role where he was like, co-star to Viola Davis. It was really, really good. I mean, most people didn't even know about Chadwick until Black Panther came out, but I feel like he had such a diverse role and a diverse acting career that he could really play anywhere from like a superhero to like a mogul that came up before us. So
He really could. He played a lot of things. Have you ever seen, what was it? Was it Letter to the King, or it was something like that? He did a movie, I know it's on Netflix, where it was like he wasn't from the United States, but his sister came here and
mm-hmm.
he hadn't heard from her, and like apparently she went missing, and so he came to the States to find his sister, and he was like karate chopping everybody inside.
What?
Like he came to LA not playing games. Like
Oh my god!
he was on a mission to find his sister.
No, you know how he is with Black Panther. They
Oh,
they taught him all the aerobics, but I ain't seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I might have to watch. It might be a Chadwick day. How about that? It might be
okay.
Chadwick movie day. We might have to do that. Okay.
There we go. That sounds like a plan.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, who's some people in literature? I feel like I just started being a person who reads a little bit more. All my life, I just have not been a reader. Can I read? Yes, I can read very well. I was actually that child that was excited to do popcorn reading. Like nobody's about to outread their paragraph like me. Like this is my time to show off, to perform, to put on a show. Like I'm gonna read loud. I'm going to enunciate. Like
Oh, you said the whole performance. Excuse me. It's my turn. My turn. I'm talking.
Let me
I'm
get
talking.
ready. I was definitely that person like, oh, let me do a run through. So when it's like 3 people ahead of me, let me start reading my little paragraph.
Okay, so
Okay.
you had your Easter recitation down scratch, probably. Your Easter speeches was on point.
All right.
You said I ain't need the paper like everybody else. Okay, I know that.
Oh,
I know.
no paper. We're not doing that.
Yeah, they be so upset when they up there with that paper. They like, what are y'all doing? I was
Let me tell you a mistake I made though one time. So my first ever play I did in church, I was all excited. I was like, I'm about to put on a show. so, so I'm rehearsing my lines. I'm all dramatic with it. When I say dramatic, I mean like dramatic katana. So I did all the theatrics, getting ready for my part. And then it's time for the show. And so I'm on the stage, everybody in the audience, and then I go, oh snap. I rehearsed my lines, but I ain't pay attention to the person before me.
wow.
So I got my lines down packed, but when do I say them? When do I say them?
You said I know my lines. Oh wait, I don't know anybody else's, but I know mine.
Child, it was silent.
He was like, oh, I think this is when I'm supposed to go now.
The director was like, Mary Magdalene.
Dang.
I was like, oh, they taking my Lord away. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. So he was like, I'm ready for my lines. And then when it came time, he was like, oh wait, I ain't pay attention to the lines. I don't even know who the lines before me, what they talking about.
I was like, how did this happen? Like, how did I get to Showtime? Like, I does not realize when it's there.
Well, it's not like y'all had practices and stuff right beforehand, or was it just like, okay? I was like, y'all had to.
Maybe it was earlier that day. I don't know.
Okay,
it was a whole bunch of like practices where it's like we doing it because it was during Vacation Bible School. So Vacation Bible School is only a month. It's 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So at what point did I get the script? At what point was I was like, okay, these are my lines. How many times did we really rehearse? I know it wasn't that much. But I should have still knew what I was supposed to speak. But hey, we all got to learn at some point. I never made that mistake again. I tell you that. Never happened again.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna know my lines and a little bit of somebody else's next time, so I know my part comes in that. Yeah. I was the opposite. I didn't like to read. I mean, I I can read, like, I will say, like, reading is very fundamental, especially when it comes to like working at the radio station and reading scripts. They're like, "Oh, you know how to read." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, of course." But when it came time to it, I'm like, "We gotta do what now? Read this book." Can you just give me the Cliff Notes? I'm the Cliff Notes person because
Agreed.
I can't. I'm like, I gotten better over the years, but like I will say, it is just like not something I'm like, yeah, let me read.
Yeah, throughout all of my years in school, I don't think I ever finished a signed book from start to finish. I don't think I ever in life.
So not ever.
And then when they came out with Cliff Spark Notes,
I was like, oh, it's over.
it's over. I wasn't
over.
going. I was going to at least try, but like, if I fall short, it's cool. Or if I feel like it's a movie on TV, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it because I can just spend 5 minutes reading the Spark Notes.
Literally. I was like, well, they say the book is a little different than the movie, but I'm like, I'm close. I got the important parts.
Not I close.
I got the important parts. Because the movie's gonna have the important parts. They got the important parts. I know that. I'm close.
I remember I might have been in 10th grade. Maybe it was 10th grade. And I think that's the year we read The Scarlet Letter.
Oh.
I think it was I know for sure we read The Scarlet Letter. I think it was this particular book. But at a certain point, I was falling behind. I was like, give me the Spark Notes. So we had this real big test coming up on The Scarlet Letter. Y'all, I Spark Notes the whole thing, okay? For the most part.
Oh my goodness.
I read a good portion, but I also Spark Note a good portion. And I needed it for sure to pass this test. So anyway, I do the test. At the end, after the teacher graded everything, he was like, I know a lot of y'all use Spark Notes, and I can tell who used it and who didn't.
Oh.
And then he goes, there's only one person that got this one particular question right. Do y'all know that person was me?
Oh! The shock the class had. Crazy. The shock was crazy.
I was like, what Spark Notes was y'all reading? Because the answer was there. The answer was in my Spark Notes.
Oh my goodness. That is funny.
Hilarious. Like, little did you know, teacher, I did not read it.
I use Spark Notes too, but I knew I read the right Spark Notes.
Yeah, y'all ain't read the right one. Maybe they did the Cliff for that one. I was on that Spark still.
You was on the real one, the real Spark.
But anyway, back to literature. Did we read any literature from Black people? I know an author that everybody knows is Dornell Hurston.
Okay.
I feel like I did a book report on one of her books. It might have been The Marching God. Carl Weber. What has he written?
He writes like I will say they're like romance novels.
Okay, I've heard the name.
So because I think a couple years ago they turned some of his books into movies.
Okay.
So, he was writing for a long, long time and they turned some of his books into movies. So, and I think they were aired on BET, like some of his movies.
Yeah, I definitely heard the name. I just can't think of a specific book or movie, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's another one? Langston Hughes came through with the poetry.
Yep.
That was a thing. So actually, side note, that just made me think of something. So there was this lady that I met, and she gives tours in Washington, D.C. But like, she gets her own walking tours. And meet up with her one place, and like y'all walk through DC or a specific location, and she tells you all about that specific thing that you're on the tour for. And so she actually does a walking tour on what's it called? The Harlem Renaissance, and how her theory is that it started in Washington, D.C. and not New York.
Oh, that's okay. So that's her theory that the Harlem Renaissance actually started in D.C.
And so by the end of that tour, you're gonna be able to say in your head, you know what? I think she right. That's how I
Mm.
felt. By the end of the tour, I was like, the Harlem Renaissance started here in DC. Like completely.
Wow.
Like everybody who was big in the Harlem Renaissance, they lived in DC. Like you can literally go to their houses. It was like this is
Mm.
where they grew up at, this is where they played, this is where they met such and such. They was like, this is the
Wow.
hotel Lexington Hughes was working at, and how he got the name Busboy, and that's how he got the Busboys and Poets restaurant that is really big in
Gotcha.
DC. Like it's a lot. Like everybody, they like this so and so house, this so and so house. Like it's all there. Like
Oh,
it's still there.
that's crazy.
And it's a white woman.
Now, man, how you know all this? She
And
know.
it's a white woman, and then throughout the tour, she playing Ella Fitzgerald on her phone or
Oh.
radio.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tour is giving y'all. Like it's a really
Oh,
good
wow.
tour. Like she even talked about how like on U Street in that area, like that was like the black community, and she
Mm.
and it was like I don't know if she said this or maybe remember think of it, but like y'all know how in Tulsa, Oklahoma, like they had the big black community and like the whites came through and destroyed the whole town. So they tried to
Mm-hmm.
do that in DC. Like all the black community was
Wow.
together and like the white folk tried to get together and like burn down and destroy and kill everybody. But like they wasn't having it. I don't know if this is before or after the Tulsa thing, but them people was like up on the buildings, strapped. They set up barriers on the roads. Like they was like not here.
Wow. Wow.
It
They
ain't
said we
happening.
protected our city. Like, don't play with us.
They was not playing. They was like, try it. So that was like really cool, and it was just really nice to see like the actual houses that people lived in, or like the actual places that used to be real big jazz clubs back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also pointed out like there's different places in DC on the street and on the buildings that has like historical signs, and
Oh,
like you
wow.
can read like there's actual signs that have been in our face this whole time, and you never realize it. Like it's just signs standing there, like this is such and such, or this is where this and this happened, and like it's all over the
Wow.
place.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Next time I go to DC, I'll be sure to look out for that because I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds like something I want to go on.
for real. Yeah, I have to look it up. She has like a whole Facebook group and stuff where you can see when she's going.
Okay.
It's nice. I'll have to look it up for when y'all come back. Yeah. So
Put it
what?
on
Who
top of
else?
that.
I'll say somebody. Current. Um,
Somebody current.
somebody current. Can I say current? I don't know. I'm from Baltimore, y'all. Can I current? I don't know. Did I say
It's
that right?
current,
Current.
current, current,
I'm gonna leave it there.
current.
So anyway, this is a pastor and an author. I've been reading Priscilla Shire's book, Fervent,
Oh, okay, okay.
and that has been really, really good. And for my Christian folks, it's a good book for learning how to pray against the enemy's tactics. Like it opened my eyes to realizing some things that you feel like you're struggling at, like you might think it's just you, like, oh, you need to do better XYZ, or you need to do better your time management, or it's just you messing up. But really, it be the devil. It be the devil attacking you. So it's like this book has opened my eyes to seeing the different areas where the devil could be attacking me so that I can pinpoint.
Mm.
So I can pinpoint the exact things that I need to be praying for. So yeah, it's been a really good book. So I highly suggest it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Katana? You been reading anything or a devotional by a Black person?
Um. Well, I really wanna I like Kevin on Stage and Melissa the Fredericks, their books that come out. I really want to try to read that. Now, I ain't no reader, but I'm gonna have to have somebody read it for me. So, but
Take your time. Just take your time. It might take me 6 months or more, the whole year to read a book. Because I'm the type, I'll start reading it, I'll put it down.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be as consistent with it, or I won't feel like it, but I just accept it. Like, this is just how I am. It might take me a minute. I'll get there, but it's gonna take me a minute.
And then Pastor Mike Todd, his Crazy Faith, that one's really good. You know, he got the book and the series, so you can go watch both and still get some good gems from it. But yeah.
My dream is to go to Transformation Church the Sunday, his first Sunday off of sabbatical.
Ooh.
Because he always on that fire after sabbatical.
He said after the rest, he's like, I'm ready. After the rest, it's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So one day.
One day, okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's somebody in music that's like really amazing? We said Michael Jackson ain't gonna be another him. Beyonce, regardless of how you feel about Beyonce, the girl good.
Come on,
the girl.
There ain't nobody like her.
Okay.
So and then Beyonce is up there.
Chris Brown, he's amazing.
I don't know. You know, a lot of people. A lot of people. That it's first of all, I love Chris Brown. Let me just say that. But when are they gonna let him be out here and doing more? He made one mistake. Let it go. Can we move on? Can we have Chris Brown back on the carpets? Yeah. Can we have Chris Brown back on the stages performing at the shows? Can we have Chris Brown back?
That's the thing, Katana. That's real. I don't feel like I fully realized that until around the time that he got booted from, I think, was it American Music Awards? He was supposed to do a Michael Jackson tribute and Sierra was going to be in it. Yeah. Like, I don't know who are the powers that may be who are restricting this man from being great, but I'm going to need y'all to loosen up.
Let it go. It's over now. Can we just like forgive him and move on?
He's done the work to do better. Rihanna has forgiven him. They're cool. Not only have she forgiven them, they done did at least 2 songs together since then. At least 2 songs. There could be a couple tracks that ain't never been released.
Right.
Because they did the Cake remix. They did Ain't Nobody Business But Minding My Baby.
Yeah.
Rihanna's joint. That was a good song.
That was a good song. But yeah, can we just let Chris Brown live? Like,
we love Chris.
Yes, we love you, Chris. Can we just let him live? Can we just like forgive him and move on? Because like y'all still listen to R. Kelly. Crickets. I mean, come on. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest. We still down with R. Kelly. We still down with Tory Lanez.
A lot of y'all still down with Tory Lanez. A lot of y'all.
We said a lot of y'all. A lot. I mean,
my thing is he admitted it. So like, I mean, say what you're gonna say, but don't bring Megan up because I mean that phone call. I feel like that phone call, if nothing else, sealed the deal. This man had a whole phone call recording in jail. How stupid! Don't we all know that the phone calls
are recorded
and can be used against you?
We just not smart. We just not smart, Leah. They just not smart. They're not smart. They're not smart for that.
There's no question. Like, he did that.
100%. Nope. They admitted it right on the jail phone. And I'm like, how crazy are you? How stupid are you? Come on now.
After I heard that, I said, oh, well, that's it. Ain't no more guessing and wondering and going back and forth.
Nope. We know. We know now. We know you really shot her. Come on now. So that's what I'm saying. Can we just let these artists live and let them breathe? Because like last year was like the 50 years of hip hop. So like, you know, we talk about all the greats that people were inspired by through the years coming up. And I mean, they messed up. Like Fat Joe came out and said, oh, my allegations are the songs that I write about. Like, nobody asked you to do that, sir. Nobody asked you to defend yourself. Nobody asked. Okay? Nobody asked you to do that, okay? Like, you ain't got to do that.
Thug case, yeah, hot over there. He said, you know what? Let me just
He said, "Oop, lifestyle. Okay, let me go on and chill out. I don't live that lifestyle." That's why he was like, "I don't really live that lifestyle, yo." It's like
That was so
crazy to
random.
me.
That was so random.
It was random. Like I don't even think whoever came out with that story, like they didn't ask that question. The interviewer didn't even like go that route, or he was just
There
like, "I'm
was
just
no
gonna."
interview.
Yeah, I was like, did he just make a public plea and say, "Hey, I don't really be that ain't my lifestyle. Like
Maybe
I don't
he
be doing
heard his
that."
phone clicking one day. Maybe he saw a strange car outside and felt like he needed to get ahead of some things and just make that tweet.
The star, Fat Joe, love Fat Joe. Don't get me wrong, but did we need it?
Did that have to be the story? Did that have to be the story?
We didn't
That
need it.
now you bend over and your crack showing, so that's why they called you Joey Crack.
We didn't need the story. We
What?
didn't need the story. We respected the name. Everybody that bought the records respected the name. Everybody that downloads the music respects the name. We don't need the story. Make a
And
documentary. I don't know. We didn't need a story. We did it.
while we on the stories, one story I'm getting tired of is Nikki beefing with Megan.
Oh, the Barbs and the Stallions.
I
The
think I said it
Barbs.
perfectly. Nikki beefing with Megan because there's no beef between like Nikki beefing with Megan.
Megan ain't beefing with Nikki. Nikki is
Megan
beefing
is
with
not
Megan.
beefing with Nikki. And I love that. I love that
Barb's
for
is
her.
beefing with the Stallion. The Stallion is chilling in the stable. Like she ain't really said nothing. She ain't really came out. But it's getting to the point where it's been crazy. And now like you have it's getting crazy and now you have like, people knowing the location of your mother's gravesite. Like that is just like so escalated. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like we don't even need to go that route. Like
I feel like she went too far. I mean, I
she
know people
did.
say there's no this and that in beef, but like that was unnecessary, totally unnecessary. Like, who does that? Who like it's one thing for your mom to be living and people beef about, oh, your mom this, your mom that, but like her mom is dead and gone. And I have always felt, some sympathy and felt bad for me because
Mm,
she's a young woman out here, in the industry doing all this stuff, and like her mom's gone. And I was following Megan like right before she really blew up. So like
yeah.
her mom was everywhere with her. Like every interview, her
Mm-hmm.
mom was right there. So when
Right
she
there.
died, I was like, huh? How?
Yep.
What? She was just there with you. Like, what in the world? So like her mom died, and then like apparently 2 weeks after she buried her mom, her grandmother died. And then I don't know at what point, but like her father is dead also. So it's like she don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So for all
Right.
these people to just be switching up and being yes men and overlooking her struggling, like all this, like I just feel really sorry for her. And I hope if she doesn't have it already, I hope she finds like a really good support system and is surrounded by people who really care. And I hope God
Mm-hmm.
protects her mental state because that's a lot. People coming for you in that matter with the whole Tory thing, now Megan, and you ain't got people. Like that's
Right.
rough.
I feel like Megan, like, I mean, the way that Nikki kind of responds, that's Nikki's persona. Like, Nikki doesn't care, like, who she has beef with. If she has beef, she's going to handle it. But there's a certain way to handle it. I mean, like, you see what she did with Cardi. Like, they was out on a award show and, like, throwing shoes and stuff. It's like, that's just not the way to handle it. And especially when you're an African American
Well, that
rapper.
wasn't Nikki, that was Cardi. That was all Cardi.
Both
Cardi was
both of them was
uplifting.
wrong. Both of them was wrong.
Like Cardi is not the one. Cardi will throw hands
She will. Yeah,
and
she don't
ask
play.
questions later.
Later.
That was at the what's that big thing? That art thing that people wearing them
um
crazy outfits to in New York.
I know
The what is it?
what is that?
It's the art. What's it called?
That's why I said I was like, it's just a show. They was at a show.
Y'all
I
know
don't
what I'm
remember
talking
this.
about. It's that show where they be having that bad food. Tiana Taylor be taking Chick-fil-A into it, and they be wearing
It's not
crazy outfits.
the it's it's not the one with the steps, is it?
Yeah, it's the one with the steps. That was it. I don't
Oh,
know
the
why
Met Gala.
the Met Gala.
The
That's
Met
where it was.
Gala.
That's where Cardi threw them
Hmm.
hands.
Yeah, Cardi was ready to pull up. But like I truly believe that maybe Nikki, like, and the Barb's team, like, Nikki is like, she came out the gate running. Like there was nobody that was like, really out here when her career took off. Like, so all these people that's coming up under her, she feel like she the queen, and that's okay to have that persona. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that about you. Have that persona, like you're the queen, because nobody was really giving female rap a chance
Yeah.
until Nikki came on the scene. And I can't even say like it wasn't even a chance, but there was a break like between like Little Kim and their era. There was like a break in that. Like nobody was really hitting female rap or hitting charts until Nikki stepped on the scene. So my
Yeah.
thing is, I respect Barb's, but I think Barb need to be delivered from some stuff, because the way that she claps back is just very like, it's just not looking good. And it doesn't look good when you represent the community like that either. It's like, we love you, Barb's, we love you, Nikki, but come on, Nikki, let's do a little better.
Yeah. Also,
Like,
I really hope that Nikki has the right people around her, and if she doesn't,
mm,
because the way she ranted for a whole weekend about Megan, and a whole weekend is not even an understatement. Like, well, it is an understatement. Like like every time I open Instagram, she was saying something new. She
yeah,
was coming out with another video, and it was like,
mm-hmm.
sis, what's going on? Like, it was unusual. It was bizarre, and then it was getting concerning. Like, is she mentally okay? Are there drugs involved? I mean,
Right.
I hope not, but like it was getting real obsessive
And
with
what, a
the
little
amount
bit.
that she was putting out against Megan. Like it was concerning to me. So I
And
just
like,
really hope that she's okay.
and like Megan's side is just, she's not said anything. And it's like you just kept going and going and going. It's like, we got the point. We got the point the first time. Like, she made this diss track, she did whatever. It wasn't just Nicki Minaj that she dissed in the song either. She didn't come straight for Nicki, but there was other people that were involved
Yeah.
in the song that she dissed. And have they said anything?
Mm. But I just love that the last time we had heard from Megan, it was her in a Breakfast Club saying a hit dog on holla. And then poof, we ain't hear from Megan again. But all the hit dogs, specifically hollering, they were barking to the top of their lungs.
Man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy out here. But I mean, I think that's why I really do pray for Barb's. I pray for Megan, because like Megan's story, like I don't even know. We just know the basics. Like, she lost her mom, she lost her dad, her grandmother. Like those main people who are pillars in everybody's family are gone. And I just pray for her strength. And then also Barb's at the same time. Like, nobody talks about your dad being deceased. Like, you can't sit here and out of anger, out of spite, because of a diss track, go for somebody's neck like that. And I pray that, like, whatever you are going through, whatever trauma you're healing from, like, God deliver you from that and you do better next time.
Yeah, and it's Black History Month. We need peace.
Come on,
Even
we
if
need
it ain't Trump,
strong women.
we need peace to the public. Like
Peace.
all the beef don't need to be on social media. I think a lot
Mm-mm.
of people need to hear that. All the beef don't need to be on social media. That just made me think of Jacquees and Trey Songz.
Oh my gosh. No.
All the people
You're
in the
right.
comments are like, Jacquees don't mess with nobody. Jacquees ain't never been in no beef, no foolishness, no argument. So for him to lash out like this, Trey Songz must have really made him mad.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, allegedly, Trey Songz pulled out a few of Jacquees' dreads. You ain't seen it?
That's allegedly?
I mean, the pictures. I mean, it ain't allegedly that his dreads are gone, I guess, but it's allegedly that Trey Songz did it. We ain't see him do it. I'm
Okay,
gonna say
okay.
allegedly. Allegedly, Trey Songz
Allegedly.
took them dreads out of his
Wow.
head.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, Jack Lee should have never came out and said he was the king of nothing because you need to chill out. Relax, sir.
I think he was feeling himself. You know how we all just be playing around, be like, I'm the queen of this, or like, I feel like he was playing around like that, but like everybody took him way too
Way too
literal,
serious.
way
Yeah.
too serious. Like, I feel like he was just, in his bag, he was feeling himself. Like anybody feels themselves at any given moment, and people just took it too literal. Like the more I kept seeing people making comments on Jacquees, I was like, he not for real, for real, for real. Like,
Right.
so that thing blew up for no reason. I feel like it was. I didn't feel like it was necessary for that to blow up the way it did, but I'm glad Jacquees is still out here, and his album after that was pretty good.
Yeah.
King of R&B. It was pretty good.
Let me learn, okay?
It was pretty good. I honestly want to hear some more. I hear his remixes.
You said the remixes. I
Like
mean, they do go in. I'm not gonna lie.
they do, cause like Jacquees was that person that was famous before he was famous.
Yep.
Jacquees was famous before he was famous. Like a lot of people can't say that. Like people around the country really knew who Jacquees was before he was signed. Like I remember
Yep.
Jacquees came to my city. The girls was in an uproar. Like it was going crazy out here. Like people was on social media. People was like, "Oh, he was in the mall."
Wow.
Like he was a whole celebrity before he was a celebrity. Like Jacquees was that
Mm.
guy. Like people was bumping his music. People look forward to his remixes. So like that's what we know him for. And I'm down for a couple more remixes. Yeah.
Wow.
And Trey Songz, we praying for you too. Trey Songz
Oh
needs
yeah,
prayer. I
he
don't think
does.
I don't think that we all should just throw in our 2 cents about these people. Like they need some prayer. Cause what is going
Cause
on?
they're human too. We all got issues. You can't sit here and judge them.
Yeah. I'd be like, Lord, lead a 99 and go get your
Go get
child.
them. Go get them.
Go get them. We gonna be all right for 2 seconds. The 99 gonna hold it down. We
Yeah,
are
we gonna hold it down. We are. We gonna
we
hold it
gonna hold
down.
it
But
down.
go
We gonna
get
miss
them.
the child, please.
Go get your child, please.
It's actually a couple of them out there. They spread apart. Just go get them, Lord. Bring them back.
Heard a bid. Heard a bid.
Okay. Okay. Katana is yawning. It's time to go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been up. I'm tired.
Yeah, me and Katana been in each other's face for a long time today.
Yes, we have. But
Yeah.
yes. Oh wait, before we gotta talk about I know we talked about Chadwick, but we gotta talk about Danielle Brooks right now and Killing the Game.
Okay. Yeah, Danielle Brooks. She's that girl. I love her.
Been that girl, always been that girl. And like I've heard of her because, I am a I am a Broadway fan, but like in the Orange is the New Black, she was in that. So like I've seen her a couple times, but when she put on for that color purple as Miss Sophia, can't nobody say that. Can't nobody say no other person would have played that part perfect than Danielle Brooks. And now the word on the street is that she's up for an EGOT.
Okay. I need to find out what all she got.
She got a couple. I know she got some awards. I know definitely Danielle Brooks has put in the work, and she's been. I would say she's been slept on for like a little bit, but like many people didn't even really know her like that. I'm like, no. Danielle Brooks is that girl. Like you said, she's that girl.
Well, it says just off of initial search on Google, it says she's officially an EGOT nominee from her Oscars nomination for The Color Purple. So I guess
Okay.
she already got an Emmy.
Yep.
Don't tell me Emmy, Grammy, and Tony. What's the Grammy for?
That's a good
She could be
question.
singing.
I mean, but she's on Broadway, so like
Yeah,
she could have got her Grammy from Broadway.
very true. She could have got it from Grammy and Tony. Okay.
So she could have got it from her productions on Broadway. But I'm very excited for her because, like, if y'all ain't seen The Color Purple, first of all, don't wait. I'm just gonna tell you, it's probably out now for all y'all. Just go watch it. It's probably on HBO Max or somewhere streaming. Go watch it. Sit down with your family. Have some family time and watch The New Color Purple. Now listen, they said it's not like the old one, and it's not like the new one, but it is. I will say it is a must see.
Okay. So
It is a
go
must see.
look at it with an open mind.
Yes, definitely open mind.
Okay. All right, we're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna make that a family time. My family, I had so when COVID happened, my family did a thing where like once a week we did Bible study and we all would like take turns running Bible study. But now it's kind of like Bible study and we switch it out with game nights.
Okay.
So like maybe one day we'll do movie night.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's see who else in the arts real quick before we wrap it up. I'm sure it's a million people we could talk about. Let's talk about journalists. Oprah been killing the game.
Oh,
Love
of
Oprah.
course.
And
Love
she, I mean,
Oprah.
the movie, she had her own network. Oprah's killing the game.
She's trying to be like Oprah, you know.
The original Sophia, the talk show girly that we all love. The
Apparently, Wendy Williams is coming out
network.
with something soon.
Would you say?
Wendy Williams is coming out with something soon. I saw
Wendy
something the other
Williams
day.
about to come out with a documentary. God bless her too.
Are we ready for that?
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Because I could put in my 2 cents, but it's like I'm interested to know in the documentary, hear more. Like, who is in charge of her money? Like, what's happening? Is it not her family? Is not her son or her sister?
Right.
I don't know. What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope
that should be interesting to look. That should definitely be interesting to look forward to.
Yeah, I hope God heals her, delivers her, and somehow she's able to really bounce back and I don't know, do some type of work. Maybe something that's not too strenuous, but something comfortable and she can still talk to the people and rack her coins up. Yeah. Figure all that out. Who else? Who else is another journalist? Nina Parker.
Oh, Nina Parker right now paired up with Kevin on Stage with their new show. Love it.
I did hear about that. What show is that?
Oh man, I forget what it's called.
What network is it?
It's he has a new show on BET Plus, but I think this one is through. It might be BET.
Okay.
Yeah, but their duo together. I mean, him and his podcast with that chick Angel is just phenomenal. They bring the energy. So him with Nina Parker is just even better.
All right. Shout out to Kev on Stage. I just watched his interview with Tim Ross on the Basement.
Oh.
On the Basement podcast. So that was I like them. Like it ain't nothing like a wholesome Christian couple. Like
literally.
It ain't nothing like it. So I love it.
And Tim Ross will make you think twice about anything that you have done with.
Tim Ross, Tim Ross he'll have you thinking, he'll have you laughing, he'll have you like, huh?
What you say? Tim Ross is
good. I love that he know his Bible. I love it when somebody know their Bible. Like I know my pastor, I was in awe when like before COVID, he would come. He used to do like some of the young adult Bible studies, and he would walk in a room and say, "Okay, what y'all want to talk about?" And literally everybody raised their hand. What's about this? What's about this? He write it all on a whiteboard, and then we vote on what we want to talk about, and boom, he preach on it.
Wow.
And I'm not talking he just running his mouth. Like he got his Bible. Like he going to scripture. Like he knows his Bible like that. I felt like that was amazing. And then Tim Ross, you just be in conversation with him. He's like, "Oh, that made me think of this." like
literally.
I love
literally.
It. Yeah, Tim Ross, he's a good person to check out. If y'all don't know who he is. He used to be a pastor. Now he does podcasting full time. His podcast is called The Basement. He just came out with his own podcast network. So like other
Yeah.
people have their podcast on it. It's called With the B Side, the B Side
Mm-hmm.
app. So yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out.
Yeah, this was good people. Okay, who else? Who else? I'm trying to figure out some good people. Okay, I've been watching a lot of Anthony O'Neill. So he actually does,
Okay.
like, he talks about finances and how to get your finances up and things you need to do. But he's also a Christian, so it's like you get your finances, but here and there you might hear some word too. You know,
As you should.
it might be some biblical principles with your finance and all that, which is in the Bible, y'all. Like God wants us to steward well our finances and
Mm-hmm.
multiply our money. Like there's stories in the Bible about, are you just gonna hold your money yourself? Like how you spending it? Are you gonna multiply it or are you gonna invest? Like what we doing? So that's important. Me and Katana are getting our finances together. We meet a financial advisor. So,
Amen.
and I'm about to get my life insurance.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta do my survey test now. Get my life insurance. I'm about to get my Roth IRA. So I can
Look at
multiply my
you. We
things.
getting it together.
Okay. Yeah. It's coming together. So I'm excited. And then I'm gonna start messing around with investing elsewhere too. So yeah, I'm excited. They helping me get my
Amen.
life together. They like, Leah, this ain't what you said you wanted to accomplish. So
Oh, the accountability is there. I love it.
yeah, like I'll say, okay, I want to do this, this, and that, and sis be like, well, when we initially met, you said that your goals were X, Y, and Z. So if these are your goals, then I can't just go along with what you said. Like I got, like,
Ooh,
I'm like, you know what? Okay, okay,
they're great. They'll hold you so accountable to what you say.
yeah. But I mean, like, if you're not comfortable with something, they cool with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had a certain amount in my emergency savings, and they were like, that's a lot of money. I think you should take some of that out. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, it's saying, but I'm still not comfortable with the number that they gave me. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this number, and I'm cool with taking this out. And they were like, okay, if that's what you feel comfortable with. Cool. It wasn't no back and forth. That's what it was. So yeah. Y'all need help with a financial advisor? Let me know. I'll hook y'all up, and it's free. Ain't no shady business. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I promise.
Amen.
They getting me right, and I put Katana on. We got the same financial advisor. I put a lot of people on. Somebody just texted me just now, like, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, we getting it right in 2024. Not just us, but the people around us. Listen,
Yep.
okay, while we on that, get y'all finances together, like for real. Like for real. Let's budget our money. Let's at least get an Excel sheet and write down every single thing that you're spending money on for the month. And then look at that. Like, should you be spending that much on clothes? Should you be
Mm,
spending that much on food? Like, is there anywhere where we can cut back? Are there
right.
subscriptions we can delete? Because that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Don't know
Thing.
what you're paying for, but it's coming out.
Yeah, like yesterday, I was just thinking about how blessed and thankful I am for me and my friend, because my friend, she just FaceTimed me, hadn't talked to her for a while. And then she was like, come to Vegas with me. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she was talking about how she's going to Vegas just for one day in June because she's going to go see Adele.
Yeah.
And I was like, what day you going? How many days? Just one? All right, I'm coming.
Yeah.
But I can do that because I be saving my money. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to hurt me too bad just to go to Vegas for one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I still need to find out how much that hotel costs. I was like, how much that hotel cost? She talking about, I don't know. I like,
Ah.
oh my goodness. I'm like, girl. So I'm trying to get her with the advisor because I was like, we all should think the world of ourselves and think that we deserve the world and we deserve nice things, but we need to look at costs.
Right.
We gotta look at costs, y'all. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it off at that. All right, let's continue to celebrate Black history all day, every day, not just in February, because Black history is American history, period. And let's become a part. I think everybody should do their part to become a part of history. Let's go above and beyond. Let's reach all of our goals. Let's be all that God has called us to be and live in greatness. And let's get our finances right so that we can live our life the way we want and we can live an inheritance for the generations to come after us. Because that's what God wants. That's biblical. That's in the Bible. I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find the scripture, matter of fact, and put it in the description. All right, so I'm gonna end it right there because me and Katana tired. I know I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm eating. I'm about to go to News and Company. Follow me at Leah Selena _ on Instagram. That's LEAHSELENA _ You can find me on TikTok at the same thing. I'm determined in February, I'm gonna start back up my recap in the book of Exodus. I had to take a break, y'all. It was a lot going on. But I'm determined to do that. I'm determined that Sunday will be my resting day and I'm gonna read the Bible and do my Exodus videos. So that's how we're gonna get it in. And Katana, go ahead and tell everybody where they can follow you. If we can hear you. And look, it sounds real quiet over there. It sounds real quiet. Can you hear me, Katana? Can you hear me, Katana? I don't think Katana can hear me because she's looking at me and she's smiling. Say something. Y'all, I don't know where Katana is. She's here, but like she's not here. Okay, follow Katana at Katana Carmen. If you go on my page and look at who I follow, I'm sure you can follow her in there. Find her up in there. And then what else? Let me see if I got our little name badges. Let me see if I can put that on. At least so for those of y'all that's looking at us on YouTube, you'll be able to see. All right, there you go. You can follow Katana right there. And then let's see, for the Link Entertainment, make sure for the Hollis Stories, you check us out at thelinkentertainment.com. Follow us on social media at the Link ENT. And make sure you subscribe, like, follow, rate us, leave a review. We would love that. And if you could support us with some money, we would love that. There you go, Katana, with the money, the support with the heart. I think it's actually a heart emblem on the support button. Depending on where you are, that button may or may not be there, but the link to support should definitely be in the show description, or at least the overall bio of what the podcast is about. And I think that's it, y'all. So you can expect, I know we've been randomly dropping these videos and it hasn't been super consistent because, I just wanted to start. Sometimes everything ain't got to be perfect. You just need to start. And that's half the battle right there. And so from this point on, our podcast will be dropping every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. So every second and fourth Tuesday, you should expect to see a video from the Link Entertainment podcast. So mark your calendars, set your alerts, and make sure you continue to check us out. Katana, are you back? I think I'm here. Oh my goodness. She was gone. Could you even hear me? You couldn't hear me. No, you didn't see me.
I was reading lips.
She knew I was saying support. That's the only thing she knew for sure. She said hearts. I said, yep. Yep, that's what you do when I'm on that part.
I said, you said show your support. I said, yes, that part. I was reading lips, y'all. I had to read because I was like,
ooh. Language. People know money.
That's for sure.
That's hilarious. All right. Any last words before we dip?
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, and we hope you stay with us.
Yes, for sure. Happy Black History Month, y'all.
Happy Black History Month. Bye.